Hey friends, so I have started running again. It has been about actually 10 years since I used to run regularly and I want to get back into it. I used to love it, get that runner's high, and now I hate it, but I want to get back into it and start to love it again. So I knew that what I needed, first of all, was a good pair of shoes. Actually, I've been running for about a month now and the shoes I had were just not cutting it. So because I'm still early in my journey, I didn't want to spend too much money. So I thought these were a good medium kind of somewhere in the middle, a good medium price, medium everything for this type of shoe. So these are ASICS and these are the Gel Venture. So I read all the reviews on these and what I liked about them is that they said they were really good arch support and they said that they were really good. One person had said that they had plantar fasciitis, so they were just recovering from it. So they wanted to do that. And then of course they went down the rabbit hole of over and under polation. I'll have to look that one up. But I just got these. I'm going to go on a run with them today. And I want to do kind of a comparison about how well these work and how long they last. So let's kick this off. Let's get these on. Okay. So far my ankle is right here. So they definitely come down lower than the ankle. This back heel of the shoe has this nice pull on and it's very nice and sturdy. The laces, they just come up to right about here. I was also reading that you want to have your laces tight enough that you have support, but also you want to be able to get 2 fingers underneath the tongue right here. So they're not too tight that they're causing constriction or anything. Now I have a wide foot. And so I almost bought wide, but I also read that these are really great for wide feet that you don't actually even need the extra wide. We'll see how that goes, but so far they feel really they fit snug, but they don't feel too tight. All right, so I'm going to get these laced up and we'll see how they work. Okay, here we go. So I've got them on. There definitely is a lot of ankle movement. I wouldn't say there's too much. I'm not worried about rolling my ankle, but they're very free. They're very open. I do they feel like they're on my feet. They don't feel like they're going to slip out, but they also don't feel like they are just so tight that my feet just won't be able to breathe. These laces, they don't feel like they're grabbing, they just feel like they're right there on top. Sometimes I feel like they squeeze my toes, and that could also, of course, just be where the the light here, the shadows. Okay. I like the pop of color. Obviously the pop of color is really cool. Gray and purple. I'm not sure how that purple is going to hold up after some running or maybe even getting into some different types of terrain, but we'll see how that goes. So far, I definitely feel like they are going to support my feet. And the arch support is phenomenal. So far, just standing here, the arch support, I can feel that right there in my arches, which is something I absolutely really, really need. So let's go on our first run and see how it goes. Okay, just finished my first run in these shoes and I'm cooling off and stretching. I realized I never showed you the tread, so sorry about that. We'll take a look, although they're going to be a little bit dirty now from the trail I was on. Here we go. All right, so just a nice tread. You can see lots of grooves. Can really grab the ground really well. And the purple's a nice touch. So in terms of the shoe itself and how it wore, I could definitely tell that the last shoes I had were planting me backwards. So I was really landing flat-footed and I would have to lift all the way up to really get that momentum going, which explains why my legs were feeling really heavy after my run. So these ones, the arch and the heel are so great. They're really supportive and they really do pitch you forward. So you can land in a proper stride on your heel, but it is lifting you up and it is pushing you forward. It's just a very natural movement. So it really is just really natural, just lifting you off and letting you go. So overall, I am super, super happy. I was actually able to run a little bit longer today. Could be stamina, could be endurance, or it could be just that my legs were not feeling so incredibly weak and heavy at the end of the run, and all because of that heel and that arch. So overall, first day, I'm really, really happy with these. I hope that they last and that we can get a good 3 months out of them. And then we will check in again. So I thought I would come back in 3 months. It's actually been 5. I've been pretty happy. I'm going to show these slides side by side with the tread and everything so you can see what has happened to these shoes after 5 months. I have used these almost every single day, 5 to 6 out of 7 days of the week, either running or walking. Walking 3 to 4 miles a day, running 1 to 2 miles indoor and outdoor. So yes, on a treadmill, but also out on trails, rocky trails, and concrete. So this is how they've fared. All things considered, I'm actually pretty happy with them, but I do feel like it's time for a new pair of shoes. Let me point out the big significant things. So we're starting to lose some threading right up here. It's coming loose right there. The arch support is pretty non-existent at this point. But again, it has been 5 months. Now I could get inserts if I wanted to. If the tread and everything is good and in good condition. Fabric has held up great. Let's look at the tread. So you can see quite a significant comparison here. But all things considered, I did get a good solid 5 months out of these shoes. A good pair of shoes can be expected to last about 3 to 5 months, depending on how long you walk. With the average, I was walking and running 4 months would have been the max. So it is time to replace these. These were an excellent choice. They held up really, really well. And I feel like they were a great value for the money.